Sorry?
Coach, your assessment of the game so far?
The game so far, in total. Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. The margin at the moment is massive, but also had certain moments gone differently on day one. And I'm not going to elaborate around those moments, but if those moments had gone differently, I think it would be a lot tighter than what it is right now. Having said that, we also had opportunities that we didn't take, and we've got ourselves to blame for that. I think, given the scenario of sort of Blessing falling ill, having one seam and two spinners for us to actually bowl them out today was really good, and we showed good fight there. And then, yeah, just had we finished the day without a wicket going down, it would have been a really good day. But the way that sort of unfolded at the end was disappointing. Just a lack of awareness in terms of where the game's at, and the overs were done. It's into that last over, and we're walking off the field, and we haven't lost a wicket. So for me, that for me is really disappointing to see that happen.
So, looking at the couple of moments earlier in the match, has that caused any frustration, or have guys been able to just move on from that?
I think their focus is still on the task at hand. What's happened in the past has happened. You're not going to change it. So by worrying about it, it's not going to help anybody. It's about obviously staying in the moment, one ball at a time, and making sure we're giving our all to do our job. Is there frustration? Well, there's definitely going to be frustration. But at the same time, like I say, you're not going to change it, and you need to focus on what needs to be done now.
This will be coached with 505 runs needed 2 days remaining. What would you say is a realistic target for day 4?
Well, a realistic target is for like individuals to stand up and try to put their best foot forward. At the end of the day, it's about those individuals standing up. There's opportunities out there. There's massive opportunities, and I hope a lot of those guys go out there and take those opportunities. And if they do, you never know where we land up being, or finishing up. So, but certainly, like the game's not over. We still play to win the game. That's it. The bottom line. Yeah.
CDR Mize has been drafted in. What is the reason behind bringing him in?
So obviously, Brian Bennett suffered the concussion. Prince has replaced him. So he's just been added to the squad as backup one in case something happens during this game, from a concussion point of view now. And then obviously assessing where Brian's at leading into the second test, whether he then becomes that backup batter or Brian slots back into the squad for the second test. That we'll only know a bit later down the line.
And how much of a loss is Brian? I mean, it sounds like a very obvious question.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like to use my own words and rather you say.
Yeah, it's a massive loss. He's been so good for us over the last few months. He's been unbelievable. Everybody's seen the way he's gone about his business and what he's produced. So to lose a player of that quality, it is a massive blow. Unfortunately, it's part of the game, and like we say, we've got to park that and move forward and make sure we stay in the moment.
Okay. Vincent today looked a lot better. In fact, probably for the second half of the first innings for South Africa, looked like he's in. What was the difference?
Yeah, I think, look, it's a huge learning curve for him. What happened in that first innings? Obviously, he's got two young batters who are looking to take him on, and probably felt the pressure of that a little bit. It's only his second test. If you look at his professional career, he hasn't played that much cricket, given his skill set, which is the most difficult thing in cricket, being wrist spin. So, it would have been something new to him. And at times obviously got it wrong, but I think he's shown great character in the way he's actually fought back, like you mentioned today. I think the way he came back showed tremendous character, and from an execution of his skill point of view was obviously a lot better. I don't think he was still at his best, but certainly he showed the character and the reason why we picked him in that he is a wicket taker, and he showed that in certain spells today as well.
And Masakata taking that forward.
Yeah, pleased for him. Again, I think he was at his very best, probably not, but he's put in the overs, he's bowled over 50 overs in this test, and for him to get the reward at the end of the day was really pleasing.
All right, thank you.